Hi Ritvik,
Hello.
welcome to Tali Tarka.
Thank you.
And we would want to start with you. Please introduce yourself and your role in Humse Life.
Hi, I'm Ritvik. I am the senior associate creative head of the show. I'm working under Persistent in Korea, and I've been doing the show since the very beginning.
Right. Okay. Great. Now we want to know, how did you get into the creative field? What does it take to become a senior associate creative head?
Lots and lots of slogging.
Okay.
That's about it.
That's about it.
You really have to be on your toes 24/7.
Right.
You cannot let anything go. Just like you cannot take anything casually.
Right.
If you want to actually be taken seriously in this field.
Right.
Because what happens is, as a creative, you have to supervise, not just supervise, you have to look into everything. Be it anything and everything, be it from small property on set to the main artist
Right.
who are performing there. So you can sincerely not take anything even before the shot, the costumes, the makeup, the look, the styling, the scene. Before and you have to make even the actors understand what they are about to do.
Right.
And why are they there? If you yourself are confused and you cannot explain, then I sincerely think that there is no use of you being there.
Right.
If you cannot help them out. So helping them out is a really main part of the creative, since creative is already there and he knows the character and he knows the show
Right.
from before the actor. So it's his job to narrate it to them in such a manner that they get it. They get their character, they get what they are. They get the feel, at least the feel of it,
Right,
so
right.
that their performances can come.
Right.
So a creative has to do all of that
Right.
in order to make those 22 minutes entertaining for everyone.
Right. Tell us how your typical day goes by.
Typical.
Or atypical, whichever works for you, because I'm sure there's nothing typical about your day.
Everything is typical. Once your show gets a little bit, set, when people start to recognize your show.
Right.
So then you don't have to put in that much of effort, since it's already familiar for them.
Right.
You just have to make sure that whatever is happening is according to. Nothing should come as a drastic change for the audience. Not even the mannerism.
Right.
Not from body language to their expressions. Everything should be realistic and
Right.
nothing out of the blue. We're
Right.
like, how can he react in such a manner?
Correct.
Or how can he do something like this?
Correct.
For instance, if Arjun is there, I cannot give Arjun a bottle or something in his hand. I'll have to give, if I have to use a prop, I can either use a book or a guitar.
Right.
So I just cannot go randomly doing whatever, giving whatever, all that I can.
Right.
So those all things is what I have to keep in mind
Right.
usually. And then the scenes, how to make it a little bit more.
Give me an example of what you did today in terms of adding to a scene or a dialogue.
For instance, Abigail, the main lead of the show. Sia, she was delivering a dialogue. She's a very fantabulous actress. Anyway, so she was doing her lines.
Yeah.
And at that point of time, her delivery wasn't the timing of the dialogue wasn't correct.
Okay.
As it's supposed to be. So I just helped her out that shouldn't take that pause and go in a flow, so that the actual meaning of the sentence comes out.
Right.
That's how I try and help and be a part of the show.
How much do you partake in the styling or the costume or the look?
I have to look at everything.
Okay.
Be it anything of the show. I have to be there. I have to give my suggestion, take the suggestions and everything, because as a creative, you'll have to be involved in each and everything of the show.
Right.
Be it whatever.
Yeah.
Be it anything. You have to be involved.
Give me a laundry list, the things that you do from start to finish on your day.
Well, I get up, I travel for 2 hours.
Okay.
to this place. Travel here, exhausted, meet with the actors, interact with them, ask them about the scenes, ask them if they have any problems, any issues,
Right.
like in understanding the scene, or there's anything, any which way that they would like my help.
Right.
Normally, usually, even the actors here, they have no ego hassle or anything of this sort. You know, they want to learn. They are
Right.
eager to learn.
Right.
So they usually do come and ask me if they have any trouble as such, and we start with that, and then whatever the scenes which are lined up for the day, then you see the setup of the show, of the scene
Right.
accordingly,
Right.
and you make sure that before the director reaches that particular block,
Right.
it's ready
Right.
for him to shoot, you know,
Right.
so that the cameraman can also do his job, you know, get the lighting, the DOP, and the director as well. He does not have to wait for anything, and so on and so forth. You know, then small things just keep popping up during the day.
Do you have sometimes to look into things where a brainwave came and the director says, I think if we add this prop, it would be much better? Do you then run helter-skelter or get the settings to ensure? Is that part of your job too?
So it is actually not a part of my job, but I like to take it.
Okay.
You know, I like to do it. If there is something which director wants in a particular scene, so which actually enhances the scene, so we definitely try to. We don't go all bizarre or anything
Right.
about it. But if it's available, then we obviously tell him, sir, it will be done. And if it's not, then we give the genuine reason. Or what we normally do is we give some substitutes
Okay.
according to them.
Right.
I mean.
Give me an example that you might have to do this, like on your feet, thinking on your feet.
Like today, there's a scene where principal is coming and gathering everyone, and it was written like it has to be an assembly.
Right.
But to make it an assembly, it was like seriously a huge amphitheater that we have,
Right.
and we do not have that many students with us.
Right.
So what I did was I changed the scene from a assembly to a normal gathering.
Okay.
Where these kids are already gathered, and he comes and he says that I know the assembly is over, but do not move.
Okay.
So I just
So improvisation, lovely.
Yeah, I just transformed the scene from an assembly to a normal gathering, where I have the main motive of the scene
Right.
is getting delivered, which is the main thing. You know, your motive of the scene should not be something
taken.
that should be taken aside. That is something which should come forward,
Right.
which should be the main thing, and everything else will obviously fall in
Follow
place
through.
if the motive is coming.
So when you do improvisation of this sort, do you then consult the writer, or do you consult the producer? Do you consult anyone else, or do you do ad hoc?
I just at that point of time, the director and I, we take a call.
Okay.
You know, and if it's a major, huge something which is just not happening, then we contact the producer or the writer. We definitely try to keep them in loop.
Right.
We like to get if there's any change of this sort. So this is a normal
Happening in any television.
in any television. So you really don't have to see. You are hired because of this.
Agreed.
So if you cannot do this, then what's
Yeah.
the point of you being there?
So tell me, as a creative, if I were to take a list, you need to think on your feet. You need to probably learn how to, face or do firefighting. What else do you think is part of your job?
See, as a creative, from your script to your shoot
Right.
to your edit,
Right.
everything is your job.
Right.
You cannot, a creative is someone who has to look on everything. You know, from how the material is actually, from the raw material
To the finished product.
to the
Okay.
finished product. They have to be there. So that, because all those finer little things which matters should be presented in a way,
Right.
in a nice way which should be liked by everyone.
Right. Now coming to you, how did you get into this field?
Campus placement.
Okay. Now, campus placement means what have you done?
I've done Bachelor's of Journalism and Mass Communication
Okay.
in Delhi. So from there only, they hired me in college. So I'm working here.
Right.
Past 2 years.
Which other shows have you been part of?
There was a show on internet called Bol Niti Bol.
Okay.
Then there was a show on NDTV Imagine, which
Yeah.
is called Kitni Mohabbat Hai.
Alright.
Second season.
Right.
I did that, and this is my first.
Radio.
Humse.
Radio. Thank you so much, Ritvik. It's pleasure to meet you. And I'm sure everyone who has ambition to become a creative in any television show will gain some tips from this.
Thank you.